Hey guys, CoffinSkate here with my video on the games from E3 that I'm most excited for. E3 2021, as you guys know, was actually more of an all-digital event because of the coronavirus and the pandemic and whatnot. Um, but even so, this year it wasn't like the greatest when it came to announcements and whatnot. And I also miss seeing PlayStation having their big their press conference and whatnot. I miss seeing Sony at E3, but but yeah. So not a huge list this time around. I mean, I haven't really done one of these in a while, but not a huge list this time around. Um, but and I really just I didn't list off any games that really got like a cinematic trailer and whatnot. With one exception here, but yeah, so this is what I have here. Yeah, I'm going to go in order by platform. And yeah, so I also want to point out that some of the games that are like exclusive to like PlayStation or Xbox, for instance, I also have listed here that they're also available on PC. I just have it sorted by PlayStation, Xbox, and whatnot when it comes to the console side of things. But I also do have it listed that some of these games are coming to PC. So, anyways, starting off with PlayStation, wasn't really much in the way of PlayStation. Starting off with Death Stranding Director's Cut. I've not played much of Death Stranding. I got like 10 hours in, but from what I've played of it, I actually have really enjoyed my time with the game so far. It's most definitely not the best game I've played, and it's not a game I would recommend to everyone, because this is definitely not the kind of game for everyone. But I honestly was thinking, just because of the way or just some of the stuff that was happening in the trailer, I was kind of thinking it was leading towards a announcement for a new Metal Gear Solid game, but I guess not. So, but in all fairness, this does look really good. And I am really curious to see what all they show when it comes to if they add new stuff to this game, or what kind of new stuff they'll add to Death Stranding. So next is Babylon's Fall. Oh, by the way, Death Stranding Director's Cut is a PS5 exclusive. So anyways, so Babylon's Fall. This is a game that's coming out on PS4, PS5, and PC. This is a four-player cooperative game, for online cooperative game from Platinum Games. It's an action game because Platinum Games are well known for their action games. And the one thing that I'm really nervous about with this game is that it's a live service game, which really has me nervous. I really don't want this to be a I mean, I didn't want this to be a live service game from the start. I would have preferred if this was a single player game, because honestly, I've been kind of falling out of love with online multiplayer games, but that's besides the point. So, I am really enjoying Super Bomberman R Online, but that's besides the point. So, but yeah, Babylon's Fall, it looks really good. I kind of need to see more of this game, though. And there's also supposed to be a closed beta. I don't know. The whole live service thing has me turned off this game, but I'm still willing to give this game a chance. Next, only two games for Xbox. Starting off Starfield. Now, this game we did get we only got a cinematic trailer, but it's a new open world RPG from Bethesda, and even despite how Fallout 76 ended up being, I always just end up really looking forward to the next RPG from Bethesda. And open world space RPG from Bethesda is definitely my type of game, so definitely looking forward to this game. This game, I do also want to address this for as you guys may know, Bethesda is now owned by Microsoft, and this game, is when it comes to the console side of things, is an Xbox exclusive. And as a matter of fact, Pete Hines also did apologize for the fact that this game will not be coming to PlayStation. He said there wasn't really anything to do about it, so I'll leave a link to a article talking about it in the description below. But yeah, this game will be a Xbox exclusive. So if you plan on playing this on a console, you're going to need an Xbox Series X. That being said, by the time this game comes out, which it'll be coming out next year on November 11th, I'll most likely have an Xbox Series X by then. And even so, I am planning on getting a new gaming laptop, so I'll be able to play it on a laptop that is powerful enough to run the game, and on a Series X. So I'll probably just end up getting it on PC because I'm actually kind of starting to lean more towards the PC side of things, in the way of like next gen. So especially with Bethesda titles, if they announce the new Doom game and that ends up being exclusive to Xbox at that point, I might as well just actually buy it on PC. But yeah, I am looking forward to Starfield. I am really interested in this game. So next is Halo Infinite. Now, I'll admit I'm not really a fan of Halo when it comes to the campaign. However, the multiplayer side of things, I absolutely love the multiplayer for the Halo games. Halo Reach uh, being one that I absolutely had a blast with, that in Halo 3. And you know, more Halo multiplayer definitely has my attention there. So, especially by the fact that this game, the multiplayer will be completely free to play. So, that sounds amazing. I'm actually really looking forward to playing the online for this game. As for the single player campaign, again, honestly, the only Halo game I actually really enjoyed the campaign for was Halo Reach. All the other ones I don't really have my interest at this point. But yeah, Halo Infinite's multiplayer does look fantastic. That will be coming out on Xbox One, Xbox Series consoles, and PC. So, all right, next, going over games for Nintendo. All the games I'm gonna be naming off are on the Nintendo side of things are Switch exclusives for the time being, when it comes to one of these games. So, starting off with Mario Party Superstars. I'm a huge fan of Mario Party. I've been a fan of the series ever since I was a kid. And a new Mario Party game is like, they're taking the old school Mario Party, they're taking boards and mini games from the older Mario Parties and making like a big sort of anniversary game, from my understanding. Taking the best boards, the best mini games, putting it all into one. I kind of got war flashbacks to seeing Spaceland from Mario Party 2 come back, but yeah, the game, bringing back classic Mario Party boards and classic mini games. I feel like this will be a really good Mario Party game, especially considering this game has online multiplayer. Well, offline as well, of course, because you can't have a Mario Party game without offline multiplayer. But online multiplayer in a Mario Party game, especially considering the fact that they added online to Super Mario Party a while back, yeah, this definitely has my interest. All right, next is Advance Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp. I've never played the Advance Wars games, so for this to be announced, this is honestly like perfect because I've been really interested in checking these games out. But yeah, the Advance Wars games, definitely looking forward to trying this out. And the one thing that I'm actually real curious about is the fact this game has 4-player multiplayer. I think it's online as well, so really curious on how that'll work, considering that this is a tactical RPG. But yeah, Advance Wars 1 and 2. I am actually looking forward to this because I've been really wanting to check out the Advance Wars games for a while. Metroid Dread. This game looks incredible. It's a brand new 2D Metroid game. And the funny thing is, this game was rumored, or was, I want to say this game was leaked or rumored ages ago, and then, they're actually making it, and the game looks really good. I do need to catch up on the Metroid games and whatnot, because really the only ones I finished are actually Metroid Prime 3 and Metroid Other M, and we all know how Other M is, but yeah, Metroid Dread looks really good, and one thing that I've actually decided on doing, I'll watch like the live events and whatnot, but if they announce a trailer for a game that looks really cool, or a trailer, or they show off a trailer announcing a new game in a series I'm a fan of, I'm actually just gonna, I think from now on, I'm just gonna avoid all gameplay and trailers except for like announcement trailers and shit. So if one happens to play during during if another trailer for a game I'm looking forward to ends up playing in the middle of a live stream, so be it. But I'm gonna try my best to avoid it, watching any gameplay or watching any new trailers for upcoming games, unless it's an announcement trailer or teaser trailer, because you know I mean, part of this has to do with Kingdom Hearts 3, and honestly, this is like a topic for another time. Um, but yeah, so I'm not really gonna watch any footage on any games I'm looking forward to from now on. So, but anyways, but yeah, Metroid Dread looks really good. WarioWare Get It Together. We've not seen a WarioWare game in quite a long time, and this one looks really interesting. And the fact that it's not really traditional micro games. It's more like you're controlling a little character. You're controlling one of the characters and doing like some sort of actions to complete the micro game. It looks interesting. This also has multiplayer as well, so I'm really curious on what this game is going to be like when the game finally comes out. So I am really interested in this though. Probably my most anticipated Switch exclusive is Shin Megami Tensei 5. Once again, I mean, after that presentation, after what we saw of the game during Nintendo's or the Nintendo Direct, I will probably be avoiding all gameplay or any more trailers from this unless one happens to play during like a live stream event that I end up watching. But no, this game looks fantastic. Someone did point out on Twitter, I can't remember their name, but someone did point out that the UI looks like it was kind of taken straight out of Tokyo Mirage Sessions, which I don't entirely get. But yeah, this game looks really good. Graphically, I don't really see why some people are saying this game looks bad when I've seen much worse looking games come out on Switch and much worse looking Unreal Engine games. So, which that's another thing. This game is running on Unreal Engine 4, so but yeah, this game looks really good. I like the design of the main character, and yeah, this game looks really good. I cannot wait for Shin Megami Tensei 5. All right, next is Zelda Breath of the Wild 2. The Breath of the Wild sequel. Now, I'm personally not as crazy hyped about this because I've not really played much of the original of the first game, so I can't really say I'm like absolutely excited for this game. However, I am very interested in it. It does look like a really solid does look like a really solid follow up to Breath of the Wild. Um, so yeah, I'll keep an eye out for this game. And lastly, when it comes to the Nintendo side of things, is Rune Factory 5. I've really been wanting to check out the Rune Factory games for quite a while, and this new entry is coming out as a Switch exclusive, and it looks really good. Definitely am really interested to check this game out. If you're not familiar with what Rune Factory is, it's gosh, if you're not familiar with what Rune Factory is, it is a action RPG mixed with Harvest Moon. So we'll take Harvest Moon and then blend in an action RPG. From I guess the best way to explain the action RPG gameplay of this game is maybe a little bit of Dark Cloud. I don't know what else to compare it to, but yeah, it's take Harvest Moon and blend in elements of an action RPG, and that's essentially what Rune Factory is. So definitely looking forward to trying this out. All right, multi-platform games. There are some pretty good ones coming out. So starting off with the one I'd probably say I'm most excited for. That is Elden Ring, coming out on PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, and PC. Gosh, my dog is noisy right now. Anyways, this game, I've been waiting and hoping we'd see some gameplay of this, and it did not disappoint. Honestly, the trailer we got at the end of the Summer Games Fest event, that gameplay looked fantastic, and I'll probably be avoiding all. I kind of want to go into this game as blind as possible. I'm probably gonna do that with all games from now on, but yeah, Elden Ring looks fantastic. I cannot wait for this game. The next From Software game, being directed by Hidetaka Miyazaki and George R. R. Martin, which you guys may know, or should obviously know. wrote, what was it, Game of Thrones, I want to say. If I'm wrong, please correct me. But if I remember correctly, he wrote Game of Thrones. So, but yeah, this game looks fantastic. I cannot wait for it. It looks awesome. For the time being, since I do not have a PlayStation 5, I'll be buying this on the PS4. So, anyways, next, this was honestly a huge surprise. And granted, this is a re-release. However, see this series make a comeback. I'm hoping this game sells well. This re-release sells well. The game in question is Fatal Frame: Maiden of Black Water. Now, if you guys are not aware, this game was originally released as a Wii U exclusive, and this game is being re-released on modern platforms. I'm talking PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series consoles, Switch, and PC via Steam. So this game will be available everywhere, and I hope that means that I hope this game sells well. And unfortunately, for the time being, there's only a digital release. But I hope this game sells well, because if this game sells well, it will really be a huge indicator to Koei Tecmo saying, hey, we want more Fatal Frame. And if this sells well, I hope it eventually leads into like a HD collection for the first 3 Fatal Frames, and possibly a Fatal Frame 6. Hopefully even a localization of Fatal Frame 4, because we did not get that, because Maiden of Black Water is actually Fatal Frame 5. So, but yeah, this game, I remember playing the demo, which covers the first 3 chapters, which is a pretty extensive demo, and I was amazed by it. So I am really looking forward to checking out Fatal Frame: Maiden of Black Water. I was actually planning on buying it on Wii U. I've been thinking about buying it on Wii U recently, but seeing that the game is coming out on PlayStation or on like all the other consoles and whatnot as a re-release, including a photo mode and some costumes, yeah, I'll be waiting for this re-release to come out. Next is a game that I'm honestly actually really looking forward to, and that is Battlefield 2042. Especially after seeing that gameplay. This game looks like a lot of fun. So here's my history with Battlefield. So I played a little bit of Battlefield Bad Company. I want to say I did also play a little bit of Bad Company 2. Played Battlefield 3, 4, 5, the beta for Hardline, and Battlefield 1. And, the only one I really put a lot of time into was Battlefield 4. I actually really enjoyed Battlefield 4. This game, Battlefield 2042, just looks like a lot of fun. Just seeing some of the stuff they have in this game, and just seeing the gameplay, plus the natural disasters that are being added into this game, like a freaking tornado can appear. Yeah, this game just looks like it'd be a lot of fun, and on PC and next-gen consoles, this game will support 128 players, so I wonder if that means they'll increase the player count for other game modes like Team Deathmatch. I'm assuming that will be the case, and of course on PS4 and Xbox One, it will only support 64 players at the max. But on next gen and PC, 128 players. We're honestly getting close to we're honestly at this point we're kind of getting close to a game similar to Mag on a PS3, which I would have loved to play, but of course they shut down the servers for it. But yeah, this game looks awesome. I cannot wait to get my hands on this game. Next is Tales of Arise. This is a game that looks fantastic. It looks like a lot of fun. Gameplay wise, it kind of looks like it's leaning more towards like a hack and slash action game like Devil May Cry. But yeah, this game looks a lot of fun. I've been really wanting to get into the Tales series. I mean, I have a couple Tales games. Picked up a couple Tales games. I've picked up Tales of Exilia and Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition, which I'll be talking about Tales of Vesperia in a collection update. But yeah, I cannot wait for Tales of Arise. It's coming to PlayStation, Xbox, and PC, current gen, or last gen and current gen. So Next is a game that was actually quite a big surprise, and well, actually not really because this game was leaked, but Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origin. This is a Souls-like Final Fantasy game that takes place within the world of the original Final Fantasy, and they also released a demo, which didn't really have the smoothest launch for a demo. And also, I should mention this game is being developed by Team Ninja and Koei Tecmo, um, which, as you guys may know, they made Neo. They made Neo. Um, yeah, the demo didn't really have much of a smooth launch. When it came out, it was the files for it were corrupted, and so they had to patch it to fix it. So it was not the smoothest launch for a demo, and definitely not a good start for a new game coming out. So now, as for the trailer, honestly, despite some of the flaws this game has, and despite some of the things people have said about the demo, I'm still looking forward to this game. A Souls-like Final Fantasy game. And I've been really wanting to get more into the Final Fantasy series after playing Final Fantasy IX, and also playing Final Fantasy VII Remake after playing that. Um, yeah, this game just looks like a lot of fun. The dialogue does look cringy, and the main character does look really edgy and whatnot. But I don't know. Hopefully, just some. I'm assuming they'll do what they did with Neo 1 and 2, where they will release like a couple of demos, um, and ask for feedback, and then you know fix the game up to appease the feedback and whatnot. I don't know where I was going with that, but yeah, new Souls-like Final Fantasy game. It looks like a lot of fun, and the job system seems pretty interesting as well. So, but we're looking forward to trying this out. This game is coming out on PS4, PS5. The demo is a PS5 exclusive, by the way. For those of you who are not aware, but it's coming out on PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series consoles, and PC. So, also one game I forgot to write down here: Back for Blood. Huge Left 4 Dead fan. I absolutely love the Left 4 Dead series. Left 4 Dead 2 is one of my favorite first-person shooters of all time. And, seeing the developers of Left 4 Dead come back with this new game, and, of course, this game does. I heard the alpha was rough. So I'm assuming, based off the feedback they got from the alpha, they'll probably take the feedback into account, and hopefully this game ends up being fixed and ends up being a awesome game when it comes out. So, but yeah, really looking forward to Back for Blood. And yeah, cannot wait for that game. All right, next, this next game is actually an HD version of a PSP game, and that is Akiba's Trip, Hellbound, and Debriefed. And I've been wanting to check out the Akiba's Trip game for a while. And this game, these games look fantastic. They look really silly, and they just look like great games. Think a more RPG and think a more RPG-ish version of actually no, saying a more RPG-ish version of Yakuza is actually basically just describing Yakuza, but no, or actually Yakuza Like a Dragon to be more specific. But yeah, this game it looks really good, and I cannot wait for it. Actually no, the one that's coming out is actually the first game, the one we received a couple years back. What, 5-6 years ago? That's actually the second game. So this will be the first time we get to play the first game in English. So I am looking forward to trying this out. Next, I mentioned Rune Factory 5 earlier. So that being said, Rune Factory 4 Special re-release for PS4, Xbox One, and PC. It's already available on Switch. But again, it looks really good, and I've been wanting to check out the Rune Factory games. So yeah. This was actually quite the surprise. I don't think anyone saw this coming. And that is a re-release of Doki Doki Literature Club, known as Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. Now, of course, it's coming to PC, but the thing that really surprised me was that this game is coming to PlayStation 4, or PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch, which was quite the surprise, and it made me wonder how they're going to handle some of the fourth wall breaking stuff and whatnot, because that was stuff that could really only be done on a PC. Well, it's interesting to note that someone pointed out in the trailer, they're there's also like a PC UI to it. So that's how they're gonna handle uh, some of the fourth wall breaking stuff. So, but yeah, that being said, I'm actually looking forward to this game. I was actually a huge fan of the original. I remember I went into it blind because one of my siblings told me to play it. They didn't tell me anything; they just told me to play it. At the time, I only heard of the game in passing. I knew nothing about it. So, and it's a free game, and it's a free game on Steam. So if you are interested in checking this game out, definitely do so. However, it is not for the faint of heart. I will explain in a second. I didn't know much about this game um, before I played it back in, oh god, what was it, 2017, 2018? 2017. Wow, that game has been out for almost. This game is celebrating. It's gonna be celebrating its 4th anniversary this year. What the hell? Anyways, yeah, this game back in 2017 was a huge surprise. It ended up really exploding, and just this game was like the Let's Players fucking. This was the one of the most popular games when it came to the Let's Play side of things on YouTube, and to see it getting re-released with new content and tons of new shit. Needless to say, I actually am really excited for this. I was a huge fan of the original, and to see it get a re-release with new content, and it's also getting a physical release on PS4, PS5, and Switch. Yeah, definitely look forward to trying this out. Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania, which is coming out on PlayStation 4, or PlayStation consoles, Xbox consoles, Switch, and PC. I didn't write down Switch here, but the game is coming to Switch. As a matter of fact, it was announced during the Nintendo Direct. But I'm really looking forward to this game. I've really only played a little bit of the first Super Monkey Ball, and I really enjoyed what I played of that. So to see Super Monkey Ball, or see a bunch of the classic Monkey Ball games come out in a re-release, yeah, absolutely. I'm definitely gonna have to get this when it comes out. So really looking forward to this re-release in this collection. And another game I forgot to write down here, but Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. This is coming out on PlayStation, Xbox, Switch, and PC. This game looks interesting. For one, this is actually a single player game. Yeah, it's a single player game, not a cooperative game. And I will probably end up enjoying it a little bit more because of that. But yeah, this game looks really interesting. I can't really say I'm too crazy hyped about this game, but it is a game I'm gonna keep on my radar because I feel like this game does look pretty good, and some of that metal music or rock music that was playing and like some of the gameplay, if that's the soundtrack, I have a feeling this game will have a pretty damn good soundtrack. If that's even if the game sucks, hey, it sounds like it'll have a really good soundtrack. So if the rock music they were playing in some of the gameplay segments during the Square Enix event, the Square Enix presentation, if that's the soundtrack for the game, then this will probably be a soundtrack I listen to for even if I don't like the game. So, but yeah, I am interested to see how this game turns out. So it's also being developed by Eidos Montreal. So, but yeah, I'm kind of curious on what all Square Enix will publish in the way of Marvel, because this is the second game they're publishing. So I'm kind of curious if we'll start to see a lot more Marvel games from Square Enix. So yeah, I think that's everything. There might have been like one or two games I forgot about. I thought about putting No More Heroes 3 on here, but I hadn't played that game. I haven't played the original or the first two. So I can't really say I'm looking forward to No More Heroes 3 because I haven't played the first two. However, it's definitely a game I'm going to keep my eye on because I've been wanting to play the No More Heroes games. As a matter of fact, those games came out on Steam now. So those games are out on Steam now. So I'm kind of curious if those games will actually run on my laptop because I don't have the most powerful laptop. So I definitely am in need of huge upgrades. So hopefully I can get one with a RTX graphics card, but that's something I'll think about later. So, but yeah, definitely, this wasn't like an amazing E3, but there was some pretty awesome stuff that was shown off here. I also forgot to write down here, um, because this is also a re-release, but the Last of Us Remastered Collection, or sorry, definitely not The Last of Us. No, Life is Strange Remastered Collection. That's what I meant to say. Um, yeah, Life is Strange 1 and Before the Storm getting a re-release with improved visuals, and the one thing that really confused me, and I'm still kind of confused about, is this collection is coming out on PS4, or PS4, Xbox One. It's coming out on Switch as well. But which that makes sense because they don't have any Life is Strange games. Also, True Colors is coming out on Switch now. But anyways, I was curious as to why this is coming out on PS4 and Xbox One, but not on PS5 and Xbox Series X or Series consoles. Um, like the games are already out on PS4 and Xbox One, so I'm kind of curious what's going on there. But I am looking forward to this. Will probably be this will make me play through the Life is Strange games again. Honestly, I like the first Life is Strange game. I do think it's a good game. I don't think it's as good as I remember it being, but I do still really like it for what it was. Before the Storm is amazing. I actually love Before the Storm, and then Life is Strange 2. And then also Life is Strange True Colors looks really good. So, yeah, I actually am really looking forward to True Colors as well. They didn't really show much of that at E3 either, but yeah, so Life is Strange Remastered Collection. So, surprisingly coming out on PS4, Xbox One, and not on next gen. And then also coming out on Switch and, of course, PC. So, yeah, okay, now I think that's it. Again, there's probably like one other game or two that I forgot to mention. If there's any games I didn't bring up, let me know in the comment section below. So, I know there's also like an RPG, some JRPGs coming to Xbox. I can't remember their names off the top of my head, but I know there's some pretty cool looking Xbox exclusive JRPGs coming out. So, which is kind of surprising because Xbox doesn't really get JRPGs like that nowadays. So, also, as I was also hoping that we would see a re-release of Persona 5 Royal on other platforms, especially with the leak recently suggesting that Persona 5 Royal would be coming to Xbox. But I made a bold prediction they were gonna that was gonna be announced for for Xbox and PC. I guess it didn't happen. So but it was just a prediction. But anyways, yeah, that's it. Those are the games I'm most looking forward to. Again, not a huge list compared to like some of the other years or years in the past, but yeah. Either way, it was a decent E3. It wasn't amazing, but yeah, I would definitely like to see E3 make this huge comeback. I guess you could say maybe next year. So there you have it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If there are any games I forgot to mention, let me know in the comment section below. And yeah, I'm CoffinSkate signing off. Have subscribe for more content, and have a great rest of your day.